Good morning everyone, it's Michael again. It's the 9th Tuesday. It's been a wet and windy night in Malta. It seems to be wanting to clear up. It is slightly drizzling at the moment. I'm at fabulous Spinola Bay, St. Julians. I've got a few things to take care of here today, this morning, and no matter when I'm at St. Julians, whether it's raining, sunny, windy, it's always fabulous as far as I'm concerned. The iconic Spinola Bay, and I'm standing right in between the love monuments, which are probably one of the most Instagrammable places here in Spinola Bay. Now, if you're wondering, like I did for about 10 years, why they are upside down and backwards, it's a great question. Apparently at night, with the spotlights in front of them, they reflect on the water and the word love appears on the water. Well, that is fabulous if you happen to walk past and look. But for every other waking moment of the day and night, they are upside down and backwards. That's the way it is. So Spinola Bay, always an area of much conjecture and controversy because this place is always under development. It's always a construction zone. You can see a crane here behind me on this side. I think they're working on the church. It's always sad for me when I see places like this waterfront begging to be developed. You can see the windows are out and, you know, they're vacant. This has to be, this is prime real estate here on Spinola Bay. So something's going to be done, whether it's a family dispute or whatever. And there's a good mix of old and new. Some people don't like the new. If you look behind me here, for example, these are all the old facades right there. And then you look here, you've got all the beautiful old facades that have been preserved. They are protected by legislation. You can't just bowl them over. But above them, we've got newer construction. And for me, it looks okay. It blends in. Here's a perfect example of old and new. Some of them are ugly, I agree. But all in all, we can't stop progress. We can't stop development. It's just a futile exercise. And if you don't want that, then don't come here. Don't stay here on holiday and don't visit here and don't settle here. There are plenty of other places like I've been showing you, particularly around the west coast, which are untouched. You'll struggle to find any construction. No cranes, nothing. Now, just on cranes, guys, and I'm not going to harp on it, but I always tell my followers, and if you're new to this page, everything you see is what I see. Nothing is doctored. Nothing is planned. I don't script anything. I don't write scripts. No, I just pull out the camera when I'm somewhere or see something interesting, and I just want to communicate to you what it is I see at that moment. So I pretty much wing it all. I've had a few members write to me and say, "Oh, Michael, who writes your scripts and who does it?" There is none of that. I'm telling you exactly what I see and what I feel. Now, that's a Mercury Tower complex, and I'll get back to it. There's a few cranes there. They're working hammer and tongs. But if I go around the entire bay on this side, what can I not see? Cranes. So I'm standing right here in front of Costa Coffee. A few policemen have just walked past. And there is Spinola Bay. Beauty. There's a lot of construction happening on that side. But there are no cranes. I cannot see a single crane on this side of the bay from where I'm standing, except for the ones here on top of Mercury, right around. Okay? And there is one behind the BNF Bank up here. I'm pretty sure that's working on the church, because the church is there's some renovations or something being done to the beautiful big church. Now, all our favourite restaurants are here. Behind the yellow garbage truck, Wagamama Sushi, awesome. Forget McDonald's, forget Pizza Hut. You do not want to come to Spinola Bay, seriously, unless you're a teenager, and go to McDonald's. There's far too many good options. We've got the wonderful band club right there with the umbrellas, serving really good food. Bianco's, been there. Peppino's restaurant where the red flags are flapping. And then we've got Cafe Cuba, wonderful. Law and Fish Steaks, one of the probably 2 or 3 most popular steakhouses in Malta. And above that, the Donna Carmela Osteria, very popular as well. We've got the old boathouses, which are converted to restaurants. I love them. They've preserved them. Here we've got San Giuliano and, of course, Raphael's. Been to those? They're very similar. Above Raphael's, we've got the Layla Lebanese Cuisine. I've got Monarchus Greek Tavern, Gululu Maltese Kitchen, which is my favourite for your traditional Maltese feasts. Behind these is another strip of restaurants. There are restaurants everywhere. Here and Sliema are the tourism capital of Malta. Now, you know, Valletta is my favourite place in Malta as far as retail and tourism and all that. But if you're coming to Malta, particularly for your first time, you need to be staying in Sliema or St. Julians, because simply they are the best. They are central. They are walking distance to everything. All the retail, all the restaurants, all the action is right here. And to be honest, they're wonderful. And then of course you've got everywhere else, which is also wonderful. This morning I had a full English breakfast, less the baked beans, because I got a lot of walking to do. For €5.80 at Tony's Bar. Iconic. If you know St. Julians, you know Tony's Bar. I'm just approaching it. And the funny story about Tony's Bar, before I show it to you, is that the building around it, everything around it got reconstructed, redeveloped. It was falling apart. The owners of Tony's Bar and Carmel's shoe shop next door refused to budge, yeah? And they wouldn't budge. No way. So they took everything down and rebuilt around them. And Tony's Bar still stands exactly as it did, and there it is. The actual bar itself, inside and out, is 100% the same as it was. They have just built the entire block and building around it. And that's the way it is. And that's all there is to it. So, up here we've got Sticky Fingers, barbecue joint. I had a wonderful tomahawk steak there last year. The chef there is from Argentina, lovely guy. And it's just a hype of activity here all the time. A lot of traffic, you need to be careful crossing the roads. The bay is always brilliant here, no matter the weather. I can see the open top hop-on, hop-off buses already doing a roaring trade, getting into it. And it's just a wonderful place to be. So guys, again, you're coming to Malta, got to visit Sliema, got to visit St. Julians. It's where I am right now. Enjoy yourself. Despite the odd bit of bad weather, we are still in May. Going to have a glorious day. All the best for now.